Looking for family transportation? Add this rig to the long list of fierce competition. Toyota's Venza is a 5-seater, largely built on the Camry architecture. In many ways, it's like the first-generation Highlander, only with a better tailor. Venza's main competitors are Ford Edge, Nissan Murano, and Mazda CX-7. A little bit of trivia for you. Toyota says that the Venza name is actually a combination of adventure and Monza, which is an Italian racetrack. Really though, precious few of these will be seen there. Toyota invited some of us auto riders to Palo Alto, California to make sure we understand it's not just a Camry wagon.
We could have saved a lot of engineering money and just taken a Camry, extended the roof line, you have a wagon. But instead, we tried to create SUV utility packaged in a car-like ride. So the things that you get in this that you don't get in a wagon, for example, roof line. You get a higher roof line, therefore you sit up higher and you have better visibility. You get ground clearance that you'd never get in a wagon.
There's only one trim level, but 2 engines available, a 182-horse 4-cylinder or a 268-horse V6. Choose between front and all-wheel drive. Trannies are 6-speed automatics with manual control. My short driving time is spent in the 4-cylinder. Buyers that adventure with the family will find its acceleration just fine. Drivers leaning towards the Monza side of Venza's name will want the powerful V6. The pleasant handling is similar to Camry, not a lot for the hardcore enthusiast here. Ride quality is comfortable, a little firmer than expected, and pretty quiet. EPA fuel economy average is 22 mpg for the V6, 25 for the 4-cylinder. Everyone will find a comfortable driving position here. The driver gets knee airbags. Seats are comfortable with a texture that matches the instrument panel, which matches the grille. Parents will appreciate this flexible center console that has enough room for a small purse and a cable routing system good for a number of different ways to stash an MP3 player. There's no USB port or dedicated iPod interface though.
They spent a lot of time working on this sweeping rocker. It is both indented into the vehicle, so it's easy to get your leg in and out when you're sitting in the seat. And then it's also almost equal to the level of the floor, so you don't have a big step over as well. And then you have the extension on the door with the double seal that keeps your pant leg and dresses and other things from snow and ice.
There's a good amount of space back here for 3 in the Venza. There's definitely enough leg and foot room. The rear seats recline, but they don't move fore and aft if you need to expand the cargo area. Speaking of, there are handy remote levers to lay the seats down and some small storage areas to hide things. Too bad the front seat doesn't fold flat to help with long items. Venza can hold a lot of stuff, but keep in mind the stylish rake will cut into usability a bit. Venza starts at $27,600 and can climb to over $37,000 large if you go crazy with the option packages like a fancy sound system that receives stereo Bluetooth and keyless ignition. Those who don't care about badges may see it as a bargain Lexus RX 350. Some will call it a crossover, others a station wagon. In the end, Venza is a comfortable, stylish, and usable vehicle that should serve families well. Don't leave it off your test drive list. One of the reasons Venza looks good is because 19-inch wheels are standard. Plan to tow stuff? With the optional package, Venza will haul 2,500 pounds with the 4-cylinder, 3,500 pounds with the V6. I shot a little bit of the walk around, thought you might be interested in what the Toyota people have to say.
I think we mentioned today that the load-in height is lower than a Camry sedan trunk, almost as low as a Sienna minivan. So again, that ingress-egress is something the engineers really took to heart. All right, so let's move to the outside. I'll just note the spoiler, which helps us in our aerodynamics, and that's standard as well on all Venzas. 8.1 inches of ground clearance. So you're getting a lot of that SUV-ness from this vehicle. 8.1 is what the Highlander has. In inclement weather areas, you're going to go well through the snow and ice with a vehicle that's got a higher ground clearance. You're not going to take this off-road necessarily, but it does give you more utility, particularly if you're towing something.
Toyota claims that the hatch opening is the widest in class if you plan on hauling lots of furniture or big screen TVs. Finally, for those wondering, Toyota hasn't decided if there's going to be a hybrid version yet. That's my opinion on the Toyota Venza. If you want a longer written review, go to the website www.nwcn.com/autos. And if you have a question about this or any other car, just give me a shout. There's a link to my email there. That's Drive. I'm Tom Volk.